Hi guys.
Dude.
We are the learning tree.
Oh, I didn't know where you were going with that. Yes, the Chris Jericho thing.
How art thou?
That's so cringe.
Yeah,
Doing
I hate
well.
it. I can't stand it.
Doing well. It's currently
Ah,
7:28 Eastern time. We're what, an hour away from kickoff for the NFL season.
literally as the episode starts, I got notified that Hollywood Brown's not playing tonight. So this jersey's now irrelevant.
Uh Let the people know what you're wearing. Or the listeners
Yeah. So
can't
the
watch this. We're on
listeners,
YouTube, by the way. Hello,
the
YouTube.
listeners who don't want to watch on YouTube, I'm a neutral viewer this evening. I am wearing my Hollywood Brown Ravens jersey,
Mm-hmm.
which signifies I don't know. He's a chief now, I guess. So I'm right down the middle.
And he's not even playing.
Not even playing.
You look like one of those guys that's just like football, so let me throw on a jersey. I don't know who this is.
Yeah. Remember I told you I went to Browns and Jets in like 2019. It was like Le'Veon's, I think, second game as a Jet.
Yeah,
It was the night that Trevor Simeon destroyed his leg when Darnold had mono.
yeah.
Somebody was there in a Matthew Stafford Lions jersey.
No shot.
Yeah. My friend that I was with was like, some people just go to the game and they go, oh, let me put on my like sports attire.
You should curate a top 5 or top 10 sporting events. Like, you've been to many sporting events, and a lot of things have happened tragically or ceremoniously. Like,
Yeah.
you were at the Ben Simmons forgetful game, I believe, right?
Sadly.
You were at that game where Simeon broke his leg or whatever.
Yeah.
You should
It's
curate a
I mean,
top
we're
10. When you're in attendance, something's going to
just
go
the
sour.
dumbest things that have happened.
Right.
Uh, you and I were at the game with here somewhere with the boss when Nick Castellanos got hit in the hand against the Mets on May 5th, the game the Phillies blew in the ninth inning. And
Which
then,
one?
like, from that point forward, Castellanos lost all of his power.
Oh, yes, 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 yes.
A couple years ago when we got the tacos on May 5th and we were in the driveway waiting for the Uber Eats, and then we got to the game and it was like 8 nothing Phillies and they lost.
Yeah, it was an eventful day to say the least. I think we recorded that day as well. If not,
We did. You know who started for the Mets that night?
Johan Rojas. No, Syndergaard.
Once a Met, always a Met. Taiwan Walker.
Oh Jesus Christ!
Yeah.
We'll get into him, buddy. Good segue. That's what we call a segue in the business here. Um, we'll
Oh,
kick
wait,
off
I
with
have
the
my
Phillies.
soundboard back. Hold on. I got my sounds
Yeah,
back.
just
Hold
what do you mean?
on.
Oh, maybe not.
Why are they locked?
Yeah, it's the subscription ran out probably. Probably can get a couple in
Hold
there. Oh
There we
Jesus, duck. Yeah, he's a lame duck pitcher at this point.
go.
The
You
Phillies
know
are
the
back.
oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, the Phillies are back. That's all. What were you gonna say?
Yeah, sadly there. You know
Sadly.
the meme, the the Moneyball meme where it's like Billy, this is so and so. He's great at this and this, but his only flaw is blank. It's like Scott Hatterberg. He's like he's a great hitter. He's just afraid of the ball. The Phillies, if they made one of that, would be like, Billy. These are the Phillies. But the strongest 1 through 4 in any major in all the major leagues. Their biggest issue is they don't have a number 5. Because if you look at the Phillies baseball reference, it's like their rotation is like Wheeler, Nola, Sanchez, and Suarez. It's like 2.5, 3.2,
Right.
3.4, 2.8, and then it's like a 6 for either Walker, Turnbull, Phillips,
Phillips.
whoever Turnbull's hurt, but Phillips, Walker, whoever else has started a game this year. I don't even know who else has started, but
Might as well put Hoffman at that point. I
they
don't know,
just
man.
they just put Austin Hayes just got put on the IL today with he's got like a liver infection or something.
Jesus.
Kidney, okay, thank you. Producer just in my ear, let me know. Kidney infection. They called up Cal Stevenson.
Man, working for free out here.
Yeah, Hart. By the way, this is day 9 of Bohm being hurt, and he's still not on the IL. Is he playing tonight?
Doubt it.
Yeah, they're
Doubt it.
playing
Doubt it. Doubt
Miami,
it.
which
He's in
is
the
their
dugout for
kryptonite.
sure.
Did you see the other night? Looks like why load when you cannot load? Yeah, Bohm's still out. The other night when they were playing Toronto, another segue as we call in business. There was a guy in the dugout that was sitting next to Weston Wilson who looked exactly like Weston Wilson.
No, I didn't catch that.
When the game got good toward the end, they kept showing the dugout,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like usual suspects. It was like Stubbs, Rojas, like all the bench guys, and
Right.
then there's Weston Wilson that's sitting there, and right next to him looked like another guy that looked like Weston Wilson.
Doppelganger. His variant.
Yeah, they cloned it. They figured out this is the only guy that can hit lefties. Let's clone him
That
and
might
put him in the dugout next to him.
that might prove that we live in a simulation.
We do, and I think this has been proven already.
All right, let's knock out this Phillies topic out the way. I don't want to talk about Taiwan Walker, but let's just start with him real quick. He made his
I don't
appearance in
want to talk about
Toronto.
it, but
Well, let's start with the bad and then end with the good.
he was fine. I thought he was fine. Look, I know that Walker is the black eye on the franchise right now because of how much money they've paid him, and you got the children in here.
Uh,
Walker's the guy. He's kind of like the redheaded stepchild on of the franchise right now. No pun intended, as you have Chucky over your shoulder. But um, the I thought he pitched fine, and I mean he couldn't have pitched any more poorly than Tyler Phillips, who got 2 outs and gave up 8 hits and 6 earned.
2/3 of an inning. The
Two
first inning.
thirds of an inning.
The first.
36 pitches. Jose Alvarado made an appearance. He pitched a
Early,
clean
too.
third. Well, he did walk a guy, but I thought it was a fine inning.
Good
Shout
rehab
out
for
to
him.
shout out to the new Soto. Tanner Banks came in, got him 4 outs that were pretty big. And then of course Walker threw 3 innings. I mean 3 innings, 2 runs. That's basically what Walker does anyway. So
Yeah.
and of course I thought that was a really impressive win. The one that we recorded during last week I thought was the best win of the year. They were down 4-0.
Yeah.
Marsh hits a 3-run homer. Castellanos puts him ahead. And then this game, they showed a little bit of guts too. I mean, obviously Schwarber goes deep on the first, one of the first couple pitches of the game, and then he hits another one in the middle of the game to pull him closer. Bullpen starts to implode a little bit, and then they pull through at the end. And then of course Strom, you give him a 2-run lead in the ninth, they'll give up a run, but that's fine.
Right.
Somebody out there had Jays plus 1.5, and that helped them a lot. So
Someone also
I thought
had.
that was a fun win.
It was a fun win. It was a fun to watch. I mean, did you watch the whole game?
Not the whole thing. So I caught the first inning or two, and then we were doing laundry. And then by the time I went to bed, they were in like the 7th or 8th. So I saw them with the bases, I think, loaded in the 8th or whatever. It was either the 7th or 8th. They had the bases loaded. They didn't come through.
Yeah.
And then we watched the rest of the game from that point forward.
I was gonna turn it on. You told me don't watch. It was 1-6.
Well, I told you not to watch. It was the first inning. It was 6-0.
Right.
I
And
sat
then-
down. Schwarber hits a home run, and then the next thing you know, dinner's on the table, and it's the Jays have a touchdown.
Yeah, I was cooking, and I was like, so I had it in the background. I was on my phone. I would watch it here and there, and I'm like, oh, all right. Schwarber hits another one. It's like slowly momentum. You can see it in real time. Momentum is
Yeah,
swinging, and then
you can
all
see
of a
them
sudden,
not fall apart.
oh, for sure, they came together through great at bats too, fouling off pitches left and right, both nights actually. And then your boy had an epiphany, or whatever you want to call it, had a gut feeling. I was like, you know what, Blanton over here, Kyle Schwarber, hit 2 home runs early in the game, and I'm like, he's due for at least 2 at bats. The third at bat, whiffed it. The fourth one, magical, Mysterio. I think it was 2 men on base plus him, obviously. He
Yeah,
kept
it was a
smacking one.
3-run shot. They were down by 1.
He
at
hit
that
one
point.
to
I think
deep
Sosa,
right. Yeah, he hit one to
it was
deep
what,
right,
Sosa
goes
and,
foul,
yeah.
and then I put in money. I think $20, $25 to win. No, $15 to win, like whatever it was.
Yeah, it was
100
15 to
something.
win like 106 or something like that. You got it at plus 650.
And your boy hit. Yep,
Yeah.
literally just jumped in the air, ecstatic. And then obviously
Yeah,
they
you
won.
texted me.
It was
So
sensational.
Sosa led the inning off. Sosa led off with a single. He's been great. Clemens doubled. He's been great.
He's been sensational too.
Schwarber 3-run dong. Then Turner and Harper both strike out, and then they pulled the pitcher. I don't know. Damage was done at that point.
Right.
And then Wilson got a single. He's been great. Sadly, though, he was in for Castellanos, who got hit by a pitch. I think 2 consecutive games there was. And then, of course, Stott coming up short. Schwarber, by the way, during that game, during yesterday's game, which they also won 4-2, tied a major league record. I think it's Alfonso Soriano's record of 13 leadoff home runs to start games. So if he leads off a game with a home run, or leads off the bottom of the first with a home run at any point this year, he will break the major league record, which is a pretty crazy thing. And everybody out there who argues about whether to have him batting first or third or fifth or whatever, I think that's a pretty telling, statistic.
For sure. I know a couple of people, especially at work, that doesn't like the fact that the DH, your power hitter, your home run king, quote unquote, is leadoff. But to your point and to the stats, it's proven to be effective. Especially, it's one way to kick off the game or the inning for the boys. Leadoff home run gets the mojo going, especially at the bank. Now, what do you make of?
I'm a fan.
Now, moving on, What do you make of Harper? He got injured on the ball didn't hit him, but he swung. Something was obviously wrong at that at bat.
Yeah, that was the at was that the one against Chad Green where he struck out and the second pitch he kind of swung half
Yeah.
and then the third pitch he struck. Yeah, that was a weird one.
Then he
I
shook
didn't love that
off,
he played.
but he shook off Rob Thompson after
Yeah,
that inning. He's like, "No, I'm good." Stayed in the game.
yeah.
Obviously, what happened yesterday or 2 days ago? No
Yeah,
bueno.
well, your options were really limited at that point. I mean, what do you do at the end? I think the announcers maybe even said you put the only the only option they really had was putting JT at first and bringing Stubbs in, unless you put Schwarber in the outfield and then you lose a DH and you put Clemens or somebody at first, or Wilson, I guess would have been the logical guy to go to first. It would have been a mess. I don't like that he is playing through this right now. And I hate that the justification is, well, they get the bye, they get 5 days off between the end of the season and he'll be, you know, roadkill by then.
Yeah, we don't want that at all. Uh,
No, these were two big wins. I do have a little bit of FOMO because this was one of the series we were circling to check off Rogers Center from the ballpark list. Although it
okay.
wouldn't have worked out anyway because of work beginning for her and then other stuff getting in the way. But it hey, fun win, good series win. Now they go to Miami where they'll drop 2 out of 3, which is fine, or 3 out of 4, whatever I don't know how many they're playing against the Marlins.
I think it's 3 games.
I'm I'm uh
Yeah,
I'm
they come
efforting
back
here
Sunday.
because they play 4, so they're gonna drop 3 out of 4. I believe I don't know who I'm assuming that Phillips will start tomorrow, right?
He has no
Because
business being
with
out there after what he did.
I don't know
He
if
just
oh
he just
no they're
pitched
gonna
though.
start no Sunday's gonna be the kid they got for Gregory Soto. They're planning to call him up from Double A. I forget his name, but the kid they got for Soto at the deadline has been amazing in the minors. I think I may have even sent you his most
I think he
recent
did.
outing. He's been great, so they're going to give him a shot Sunday.
Hey,
So when they
why
drop the
not?
first 3 of the series, he'll be the stopper when no
Hopefully
one's watching baseball.
on a Sunday.
Yeah, 1:35. I guess it does help that the Eagles play tomorrow, but
True,
hey,
but I ain't watching baseball Sunday.
yeah,
All
if they split
foosball.
that, the magic number I think for a playoff spot is like 20 or so. So they have a reasonable chance to clinch a playoff spot within the next 2 weeks. Um, and obviously the division I think is like 28 or something like that. I would have to double check. They don't have it on the stand. Sometimes when you go online, it'll say it on the standings in the far corner
Hmm.
when you get this deep into the season. But I think they have the lowest magic number of any team.
Hey man,
But hey, yeah,
better than the wild card like chase. Now we're up ahead, so
yeah.
something different.
What does concern me is if they end up with the bye, there's a reasonable likelihood they're going to play the Diamondbacks again. Which, if you want to exercise a demon or two, that's the team to do it against. The problem is you drop a game at home of the first 2, and they beat you twice in their house, then you're toast. So
Not only that, momentum, as they know, last 2 years as a wild card
yeah,
pays dividend early in those rounds. Don't
it's a thing. Yeah, it
you
really
saw
is
the
a thing
Braves
when you
implode.
you sit for 5 days, and then I mean, the Dodgers got crushed. And then 2 years ago, the Dodgers got crushed. So the Dodgers got crushed 2 years in a row, and the Braves got crushed 2 years in a row. So not always easy. What are you
Right
doing?
now, we'll move on now to tomorrow's game in Brazil. Packers
Yeah,
versus Eagles. Eagles lose a home game. Unpopular decision. I don't know who made that. You lose the Eagles fan base opening weekend of the NFL season. Malpractice. You throw it in
I did
Brazil.
have an idea. I had an idea, by the way, and I shared this with Rojas just killed the rally, says my friend. Um, whatever. I do have an idea. Since they're doing all these overseas games, and now that the schedule's imbalanced and you have 9 home and 8 away, or the inverse,
Right.
why not just give every team some sort of a foreign or neutral site game? This way they have 8 home, 8 away, and 1 neutral, and then make that the new norm. I mean, the Jags play 3 games in London this year. I think there's a Germany game again. Uh, I think that when the Giants play the Vikings week 1, they're playing that on Mars, and at the end of the year, the 2 teams with the worst 2 records will actually play a game on the moon. So you may as well
Jesus
just
Christ.
do at this point. Why not? I mean, start. They talk about expansion. I mean, 3 games in London, a game in Germany. I know they canceled it a few years ago, but they had that Mexico City game lined up for a Monday night. That Chiefs and Rams
Yeah, the field was shit
um,
though.
play a game in Canada. Maybe you start looking at different markets in the U.S. You know, if you want to expand to, I don't know, wherever they're considering expansion to, maybe play a game in a city like whatever, try to showcase and see if you can get enough interest there. and then that'll be your way of maybe figuring out expansion markets. I don't know. It's just an idea. I know that it evens out every 2 years because you'll play 9 home 1 year and 9 away the next. But unless they go to 18 games
Hmm.
and you have 9 and 9, then it does kind of feel unfair.
Right. I mean, to this game, no one wants to be at this game. Nobody.
Yeah, none of the players do. That's for sure.
I mean, they were adamant about it. I don't know what. This is an oversight for the NFL. Maybe it's too proud to pull out after
Hmm.
you announced it. Money obviously rules the world, but the teams both wear green in some fashion in their uniforms and their logo. Obviously, they're going to Brazil in Sao Paulo, where I guess the rival of the local soccer team there wears green, and it's forbidden to wear green. So you pick two of the
Yeah,
teams that have green in their jersey to play in Brazil. So they have to force to do an alternate jersey.
hmm
Plus the violence or the caution that they gave the players and the people that are attending in Brazil.
yeah. A lot of
It's
which are going to probably be tourists. I would imagine a lot of folks are going to be traveling from Green Bay.
I think you said you
I
knew
have
a buddy,
read
right?
somebody. I'm not like friends with the person, but I do know somebody that I saw post it on Instagram. They're going to the game.
Tickets are dirt
Crazy.
cheap. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Now, did you get a chance to look at the alternate jerseys or the uniforms?
They're doing what? Black helmets, black pants, and a white top.
Mm-hmm. It's
I
different.
was
They've never done it before.
I do like the white jersey with the dark pants, the black pants. The Packers are just wearing their standard green, which feels like the Eagles should be heavy favorites if the Packers can't make it to the stadium. Um, this would have been a perfect chance for like an impromptu color rush. Packers go all white with the new white helmets. Eagles go all black. There will be hints of green, but you're not at least openly disrespecting the wishes of the Corinthians. I think that's the name of the team, right? Or is that just the name of the stadium?
I'm not sure. It's probably the
I don't know.
Corinthians is the team though.
Yeah, Corinthians were the team that we beat 3 times last year in my men's league. So um, bodes well for the Eagles.
Now, the focus will be on the quarterbacks. Let's do that real quick. Love and Hurts, drafted in the same
Love
year, I
does
believe.
hurt.
Love does hurt.
Love was drafted in I believe a year later.
Okay, they were about the
Hurts was
same age.
drafted in yeah Hurts was drafted when Goodell was shellacked in his basement, and then yeah Hurts was 2020. I remember that I wasn't actually watching when he was drafted. I think Love was 21.
Real quick,
Um, Probably wrong, but who
real
knows?
quick. What do you think? Do you think Jordan Love is going to continue his progression? I think he's like a year or two early, but made the playoffs. Great season for a rookie or his first time starting.
Yeah,
Do you think he's going to continue that, or he's going to have a sophomore slump?
I think he's going to be great. I'm actually a big fan of it. Oh, 5 years. No, you're right. First round pick, 2020. I'm an asshole. No, there's one. Put an M&M in the jar. Um,
There you go.
yeah, he was a first rounder. Didn't the Packers move up for him, or
Can't
was it?
say.
No, the big deal was they never drafted Rodgers, a weapon in the first round.
That was the issue.
That was the issue. Yeah, that was also the draft that I think I was really upset because Jeremy Chin was available and the Eagles took Hurts, so it worked out for both teams.
True.
I think Love can only get better. I like Josh Jacobs a lot, and they brought him in.
Right.
I like a lot about their team. I like their coach, who
The
seems to be
receiving
like
core,
kind of a yeah. You got Wicks, Watson, Dobbs. You have
Reed,
a really good core. Yeah, Jaden Reed. I'm talking about a really good team there.
right?
Losing
Now,
AJ Dillon hurts, but I mean Josh Jacobs is as durable as it gets. I mean I know he's hurt a little bit last year, but he's got a lot of mileage on him,
right.
especially as an Alabama guy. But he you do have to feel pretty confident about them if you're a Packers fan.
For sure, especially how they performed late in
Yeah.
the season and in the playoffs. I think they went into
Yeah,
Dallas
I
and
like
just
them a lot.
smacked them around. So, and
Their
Dallas'
defense will be better too.
yeah, for sure. Now on the flip
Green
side,
Bay got yeah. Sorry,
no, go ahead.
I was gonna say Green Bay hired a guy from the Robert Saleh tree,
Mm,
and Saleh, as we know, is a really good defensive coordinator. He was in college. I forget the guy's name, but he was in college for I think the last couple of years or last year. And in college, you blitz a lot. I don't know if you're going to expect that this week. I don't think the Packers don't have great DBs, at least matchup wise against AJ Brown and Devontae Smith and whoever the slot guy is. Whether it's probably going to be Dotson, but Um,
Probably.
I
Most
do
likely.
I don't think you want them one on one against these types of receivers, especially with Hurts' ability to to make plays with his legs. And likewise, the opposite way. I don't think the Eagles are going to bring too much extra pressure when your starting corners are Darius Slay and Quinion Mitchell. So I think it'll be a fun game though. I worry about the field. Anytime they play in these foreign areas, they either bring crap turf or the dirt kicks up very easily, and it's very choppy and gross. So
Probably safe to say of them they will not be returning to Brazil, and if they do have another game in Brazil, they will not have teams that have green in the colorway for sure.
it has to be like the Raiders and the Chiefs or the Cowboys or something like that. Teams that have no green whatsoever, because
Right.
this was a thing even before it was a real thing. You brought it up to me, and then
Oh,
it
good.
became a big thing. Yeah, it's so silly.
All right. Next. Right now, I didn't check it, but the Eagles are favored minus two and a
It
half
was
over under
two
48
and a
and a half.
half. It was 2.5 about 2 hours ago,
What's your prediction? What
which
you
is the
got?
last time as far as winner,
Yeah.
uh, I think they win. 2.5 is a low enough number. I think they cover. Um, I'll tell you what. I like the under tonight and the over tomorrow. I'll give you that much.
All right. Sounds good. Now, last question, and we'll move off to the rapid fire wins loss for the Eagles schedule. What will be the highlight or low light when the clock strikes triple zero for the Eagles? Are we talking win? Are we talking loss? And whichever one you pick, what do you think is one of the main takeaways from it after week one?
I
Because you know how the
I
media is
think
here in
they
Philly is. If it's a loss, oh baby, they're gonna come down with a lot of heavy
so
fire.
my prediction is one of two things. I know they're both a hedge. They're either going to lean heavily on the pass or heavily on the run. And I think if they lean heavily on the pass, Saquon Barkley's numbers at the end of the game won't be, eye popping. He'll have, 11 carries for like 56 yards and like 4 catches for 20 yards or something.
Mm-hmm.
And there's going to be complaining about his usage and also, oh, they signed this guy. He's got 70 all purpose yards. It's not worth, $12 million as a running back. Or Jalen Hurts turns the ball over twice. Those would be either of my offensive prediction. I do think the defense will hold up, but I could see this turning into a shootout pretty quickly. Love can pick them apart if he plays anything like he did last year.
Especially if there's no pressure on him. That offensive line can
Yeah.
protect him. Dallas, that was a good example right there. That defense was great for Dallas
Uh,
last year. They
by the way, we have
degressed.
35. I beg your pardon. We have 35 minutes. Um, FanDuel has a boost for Mahomes and Jackson to throw for 450 yards combined, so I'm taking both their
Ooh.
unders.
They're unders. Yeah,
Yeah, we're gonna hammer both the unders.
there you
That'll
go.
be the free pick of the night. So if you're watching live, congrats. Buy yourself a case of beer with your winnings.
Right. Oh, and we also did pose a question on the Instagram. That we're going to
Oh,
live. We're live streaming, and that any questions,
yeah, I like it.
concerns, and we did have one question, or whatever. Mikey, friend of the show, he asked, biggest juicer
Uncle.
parlay lock for the season opener tonight.
Did you put one together? Was that yours that you put up on the Instagram?
No. Oh no, I just.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, that was mine.
Okay.
That was mine. That was mine. So I'll read mine for
Yeah.
Mikey there.
I don't have one.
Oh, you don't have one?
No, I don't have a play.
All right, I'll read mine out for those listening.
Well, I have a play. I just gave it to you, but I have a play. I can't say until the end of the game.
All right. So for tonight's game, I have 11 legs. I forget what is it? Plus 1882. $20. Derrick Henry.
You said that so cavalierly. I have 11 legs.
Right. 11 leg parlay.
That's
I
great.
have Derrick Henry touchdown anytime. Lamar Jackson throwing 175. So hits your under on that one. Lamar Jackson also rushing for 40 yards. Zay Flowers getting 40 yards receiving. Mark Andrews 3 catches on 25 yards. And then from the other side of the field, Mahomes 225, 2 touchdowns. Kelsey 40 yards on 5 catches. And Rashee Rice 40 yards receiving.
Okay.
And that's it.
Yeah, that's all of that is reasonable.
Hopefully $20, and that's a payout of 300 north of $370. So
I'm
cash
gonna
it
make you. I'm gonna make you some money real quick. Let's go with one. I'm gonna put one together for you real quick. Let's see.
While you do that,
I'm gonna make you a millionaire. Uh,
A millionaire.
plus 12,500.
Jesus.
Xavier Worthy scores a touchdown. Derrick Henry scores a pair. Noah Gray scores a touchdown. 5 to win 625.
Hey, we've seen crazier things out there. It's
Yeah,
possible.
I like Noah Gray. Noah Gray, that feels like the Chiefs, anytime they play in prime time, one of their guys that no one cares about scores a touchdown. Noah Gray feels appropriate. They're going to try to get Worthy his first. And of course, Derrick Henry, they're going to get plenty of goal to go situations, and they're going to try to pound the rock with him. So that's your user of the day oh wait, I was going to say from PA, but we're both in PA now.
Boom.
Yeah. So are you going to miss being able to take collegiate player props now that you're not in Jersey anymore?
Dude.
Although you will be tomorrow, right?
Yeah, I'll be in Jersey tomorrow. No.
The biggest
Because
one I ever took was Marvin Harrison touchdown, and it hit me for a couple years ago. So I'm done for now.
Jesus. Well, I was just gonna say I live 5 minutes off Betsy Ross, so
That is true. Yeah.
if I need to go to a Walmart across the way and need to bet, killing two birds with one stone.
Yeah.
There you go.
And you got some money to spare on the Easy Pass. Yep.
All right, let's do the Eagles' schedule rapid fire wins losses. I already have mine
Let's
on
do
the
it.
spread. Do you need?
I have mine in a note.
You need the schedule.
Can you get the games? I just have the opponents. I don't have the at or versus.
Oh, all right. So obviously tomorrow versus.
I got to win.
I
sorry.
have. Let me see. I have what is it? Jesus. I have a loss, I believe.
Oh, you have a loss tomorrow.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can see them losing that game.
All right, I have it. Oh yeah, I have it right. Duh. So
There
you
you
have the W. I have the loss.
I do.
So next
All
week,
right.
home opener. I believe it's Monday night. I think it's Monday night.
Yep. Yep.
Atlanta comes in. Kirk Cousins again on a Monday night.
Kirk Cousins may as well have keys to the stadium at this point. He opens it every year. I'm going to go win.
All right, I have a win as well.
That'll be exciting. That'll be fun. A Bijan versus Saquon game. Kirk Cousins with his new team in prime time. That'll be fun.
Should be. All right, next one. On the road, officially in the States this time. At New Orleans.
The Saints are terrible. They're going to win that game.
You think?
Oh, game pushed back. We got another 40 minutes to record. 8:40 kickoff time.
No
There's
bueno.
lightning at Arrowhead or Giha, whatever the name of the stadium is now.
Jesus. I also have a win. All right. Week
Okay.
4.
Yeah, I think the Saints are terrible. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, they could be good. Who knows?
Look, if you
I don't
have any faith in Derek Carr at this point, you may as well be
I don't even.
paying.
I don't think he's going to be the starter too much longer. Honestly,
Well, who's his backup? Is it
whoever it was,
It's it's Rattler, right?
I think so. He held his
Spencer
own
Rattler.
last year.
Yeah. I
And
mean
that-
Rattler. Yeah.
And that division's wide open. So
Is Taysom Hill the backup?
I guess not, but I think they have him listed as a tight end all of a sudden.
Yeah, he's listed. Well, that's because a couple years ago he started a few games at quarterback. Well, yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I guess I don't even know what position. He's a fullback, whatever. But I think Rattler would probably play if Carr got hurt.
I think so too. All right,
Yeah,
week
I
4,
think
they'll be on the road at Tampa Bay, rematch of the division, or what was it, the wild card?
it was the wild card weekend.
Yeah.
So they beat him last year in the regular season there in a pretty impressive win where they really established the run and they really just bled the clock in the fourth quarter.
All right.
They did drop the game in prime time to the Bucks on the road in the playoffs. I think the Bucks beat them again. I think this is the first loss of the season. I just don't feel confident they're going to go 4-0 prior to the bye. So they have to drop one of the 4, right?
Yeah, I have them also having a loss. So for the record,
Okay.
you have them 3-1 heading into
Correct.
the bye. I have them 2-2 heading into the bye. Not looking good for Nick
Yep.
Sirianni there.
I think that's a decent start, especially considering I told you the Cowboys are going to start 1-5. So
Right. All right, off the bye week, they are at home to Cleveland. Miles Garrett
that's not going to be,
coming in.
not going to be easy.
No, I have them winning that game.
I do too. I think it'll be a good game, but they'll win.
No excuses after a bye week. You have enough time to prep and rest.
I agree.
But it's a long road ahead of you because I don't like 4-week or 5th week bye week. No goose.
I don't like the early bye either. I prefer it to be somewhere in the middle or toward the end. Although last year it came at a great time, but it didn't do them any good.
All right, now this might help. They're at home against Cleveland, so the following week they're in New Jersey against the Giants on
Well,
the road.
Pick a name out of a hat. Which one's getting hurt on the MetLife turf? I have them winning that game. They seem to have had the Giants number the last few years,
Same, and it's
at least in
Saquon's
games
return
that
game.
matter.
Saquon
Yeah,
comes back,
Saquon's first game back.
and I have
That'll be fun.
a future bet that I put in off season. All Saquon has to do is score 3 touchdowns against the Giants all season.
Oh,
Baby,
I saw the one for 4.
if
I
he hits
almost took the one
three,
for 4.
your boy's golden.
I almost took the 4 touchdown Saquon thing against the Giants this year. I wound up not, but I do like the idea. I think he scores a touchdown that game. It might be the lock of the year.
Right. All right. After that, they head to Cincinnati to face the good old Bengals. I think
I have
this
a
is a
loss in
loss.
that game.
Loss as
Yeah,
well.
same.
All right. And
I
now,
think that'll be like the big barometer. That and the Browns game and the Bucks game, I think, are the big barometers early in the first half of the year. Because after that, it does ease up a little.
I don't
Like
know
the
about
following week,
that.
but then the 3-4 weeks after that, then it gets really difficult.
Right. So they're at home now to Jacksonville. And Jacksonville put it on them last time they were here. If you don't remember,
That
I
was
think it
that
was a rain.
rainy, ugly game.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the ugly, rainy game.
That
The
was the
Eagles did
beginning.
win that, but it wasn't.
The beginning of the decline of the Eagles' offense, where they became vanilla. That was it right there. Because San Fran came in a few weeks later and just exposed everyone. So who you got here?
Uh,
Dougie P.
I got them
returning
beating the
to.
Jags.
I had it
I
as
got
a
them beating the
loss.
Jags. Is that here?
That's here.
So they play them twice in 3 years, and they're both here. I don't understand the algorithm with the schedule.
Hey, Dougie P. coming back.
It's my understanding that's the 19th. That's the 17th game, right? Because that's the one. Yeah, because they don't play the AFC South this year. They play the AFC North. Yeah, that's the extra game.
Yeah.
That factors into the algorithm. So it makes sense they're playing them this year. I haven't beaten Tony Khan and the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Same. All right, week 10. The Dallas game. In Dallas.
Is this the road game? This is the Monday night or is this the Sunday night? I think both Dallas games are prime. No, I think it's a Sunday out there and then it's 4:25 here. The 4:25 game in Week 17 is the only game that has a time right now.
They're both 425 games.
Oh, they are? I thought this was in the. I'm an asshole. Put another M&M in the jar.
This is, ironically, weirdly enough, this is on CBS. Fox usually
CBS.
gets the NFC, but it says CBS.
Ah, Christ. You know who's going to be doing that game then?
I don't know.
Anthony Romo. That's got to be the Nance Romo game, unless both teams are terrible. I mean, the Cowboys will be at that point 2-6, I believe.
Flex them? I don't
And
think so.
the Eagles will be what, 3-3.
Hopefully not. Who you got in Dallas?
I got Dallas winning that. The Eagles don't win there.
Yeah, Dallas winning that.
I don't know the last time they won in Dallas. Was it 17?
I don't know. I think
it was.
I think they're gonna win that game.
I don't know. They don't win there. It's just that especially in standalone or like important time slot times.
I think this is the season to get it around. You have a deep defensive coordinator. You have an offensive coordinator. Nick Sirianni has to just steer the ship. That's all you got to do. Hands on the wheel. It goes. Come on now. All right, week 11.
Fair.
Home, Washington. First time you're going to see the rookie quarterback.
This won't be easy, but I think they win.
Same. I have them with the W. They always play stuff.
They seem to be handling the Commanders pretty well, but it's not. At least they seem to beat them, but it's not been easy.
Yeah, it's not an easy win. All right, here we go. Back-to-back road games. West Coast trip to Los Angeles against the Rams, which is probably virtually a home game.
It will be at least a split crowd.
Right. Who you got?
I got the Rams in that one.
Same. Got them having a loss. Next week, week 13 at Baltimore. Kind of a home game as well. Eagles fans travel well, but so do Baltimore. They show up.
It would be a fun game to go to.
Possibly.
I think Baltimore fans, at least baseball fans, are closer to Phillies fans than any other sports area, and I would imagine the football fans are pretty similar.
It's also a CBS game at 4:25.
Ooh, Tom McCarthy. Do you remember last week when I told you there was one schedule loss in the entire thing that I was confident about?
Yeah.
It was unequivocally this one.
Gotcha. So we both have them as a loss.
Yeah, I have them losing this game. Although conventional wisdom goes out the window. The Eagles will win this game, but I'm just going to, for the record, have a loss here.
Right. All right.
That'll be a fun game, though. I mean, Lamar, Jalen.
Could this be the bounce back or the trap game of the year? Carolina heads into Philadelphia.
Say it with me. What do I call these?
I don't know.
The get right game of the season. They're going to crush the Panthers.
The RGGG.
In loving memory of in loving memory of Matt Rule and Frank Reich.
Right. All right. Russell Wilson slash Justin Fields will be heading into Philadelphia as Pittsburgh hits into town. Who do you got there?
Eagles.
Birds? Same.
Yeah, they seem to outside of the COVID year, they've beaten the Steelers a lot.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, I think they're 3-1 their last four against the Steelers.
Now, their last three games of the season, 2 or 3 on the road, all three division games.
Love
First
that, by the
at
way.
Washington.
Loss. I actually have the Commanders taking them.
Same here. Got them as a loss
I
as
think
well.
the Commanders are going to be fighting for a playoff spot.
They're going to be good. A wild
They're
card
going to be
spot
really
for sure.
good. Yeah,
I like
they,
them.
they have. I mean, I like Dan Quinn. I love Kingsbury. So
Daniels.
I love Jaden Daniels. Yeah, I love that.
McLaurin's going to go off.
Antonio. Yeah, McLaurin's great. That's a fun team. They still have Zach Ertz
I think so.
and Logan
think so.
Thomas or
And they,
cares.
and they let go of Dotson, so it probably was dead weight on the team.
Yeah,
I
they
think the
did
Chiefs
lose
will be good.
Montez Sweat to the Bears, but their defense still is
They'll be
formidable.
All right, next one. Dallas comes to town. 425 game as well. That might be flexed depending on the circumstances down in the season. Who you got there? Because I have them also with a loss. We might have lost Rob. Frozen. Oh, baby. Oh. Man, it's chalked up. Frozen. Oh, this is not good. Hey, he's back. He might be back. Efforting here on the podcast. Efforting. Oh, with so much time. Welcome, people. Technical difficulties. That's what the podcast should be called. Man has the worst internet connection of all time. It was going so well. Well, for the record, I have them losing to Dallas at home. Winning at Dallas, sure, but losing at home. I think Rob might have them as a W. Not sure. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh. And there he is. He's gone. Gone, baby. Gone. Well, we'll move on and we'll get Rob's take on it later. Week 18. Oh, I misspoke. Oh, wait. I didn't misspeak. I think he wrote it in wrong. Week 18 is at home. So I did misspeak because of the schedule here. 2 of the last 3 games of the season will be at home, not on the road. Back-to-back games at home, Dallas, and then TBD, January looks like 5th. Giants come into town. That is a smacked out W. Putting my total at 10-7 for the season for the Birds. Now Rob is gone. Let me see. I think we're gonna get Rob shortly. Wi-Fi issues. Let's see. Not good for good old Rob there. Oh, here we go. Hello there.
Yeah. Excuse me as I hang myself. Where were we? I got them winning the last 2 games of the season.
All right, so we had the same thing as well then. That's not
Yeah,
at
I think
New
I
York.
have them.
It's Philadelphia. So 2 of the last 3 will be at home, not on the road.
Yeah, I have them winning. I think 11, and I think you have them winning what 12.
I have them 10-7.
Oh, I'm actually more optimistic than you are.
Yeah,
I'm a little surprised by that.
I don't like Sirianni. I don't have faith in him. I don't like Kellen Moore as the future head coach of this team. F that.
Oh,
And
Bryson
Jalen Hurts
Stoudemire.
regressed. I don't know. To me, I gotta see it to believe it. That defense was putrid last year.
Yeah.
We'll see. All right, let's do. Let me see. I have food on the way here. We're running a little late.
Oh,
Um, so let's do the week one picks rapid fire.
beautiful. You tell
So
me who's playing, I'll tell you the line.
gotcha. Oh, I don't need a line. I'm just gonna pick straight up.
Yeah, it's sometimes it's fun just to, yeah. I'll pick them straight up either. I'm not picking against the spread until the TTP segment, but
Right.
uh,
Well, tonight's game, Baltimore, Kansas City. Who you got?
yeah. Let's go with yeah. I love last year I picked the Lions to spoil the party.
They almost.
This year, I don't know. I've been saying all along. I think this is the year Kansas City finally takes a step back. The Ravens, it's now or never for them. I think the only way to start the season for the Ravens is with bang. I
Beck.
think they go into KC and they beat the Chiefs.
All right. So do I. I have them
As
also.
as an unbiased viewer, with my Ravens jersey on, of a
Right.
player that's now on the Chiefs but not playing tonight.
All right. The game that we discussed just now, Green Bay, Philly. You have them winning. I have them losing. Correct. So Green Bay for me,
Correct. Yep.
Philly for you. All right.
Yeah.
Early
it works for
windows
me.
on Sunday. Pittsburgh at Atlanta.
This is going to be a fun game.
Yes,
It's
it
three
is.
and a half for Atlanta right now. The over under is 42.5. I like Atlanta.
So do
Even
I.
though I'm down on them for the season, but I like them in this game. I don't like the Steelers at all.
I don't like to see this. I think Justin Fields might play. Either
Yeah, isn't
start
Russell
or
Wilson
definitely play.
questionable?
Yeah.
Wilson's questionable, right? Yeah,
Yeah. All right. Next one.
makes sense.
Cardinals might be trap game of the opening weekend. Cardinals head to Buffalo against the Bills. Bills new revamped offense. Gabe Davis, Stephon Diggs, gone. James Cook has emerged as their running back. What we got? What we got?
So over the weekend, there was a guy that said if Florida State loses, he'll eat horse poop. I have learned to never make statements like that, but I was very close to saying if the Bills lose this game, I'll eat my foot. I'm not going to do that, but I'm going to take the Bills.
Good.
Yeah, they are 6.5 point favorites. I think that might be the longest line. I beg your pardon. There's another line that's bigger. Second biggest spread of the first weekend.
Give me Arizona. Not a hater here. I just like to see chaos.
I am a hater. And Murr, second year head coach. Now, listen, Marvin Harrison could be fun.
Yeah.
But who else is catching the ball in that offense? So
Connor.
James Conner's this generation's Frank Gore. Apparently, I had him out of the league 2 years ago, and he's still chugging. I do like Trey Benson a lot, though. Cardinals draft pick at running back.
There you go. Our next
McBride's
one.
decent. They have a decent team.
They do. They do. Gannon has them going. All right, this
Yeah,
one should
maybe
be
they
fun.
like him.
Will Levis's Tennessee Titans head into Chicago against the number one overall pick, Caleb Williams, and that revamped offense. Who you got?
I have to tell you, I don't know straight up how much I love them, but I love Titans plus 3.5. I'm gonna go. You know what? Give me the Bears to win, but I'm gonna take Tennessee to cover that.
Officially on paper?
Yeah, I can just picture myself on the couch watching Red Zone or at a restaurant watching Red Zone or something, and Caleb Williams is celebrating like a last second win. They go, Caleb Williams first win as a pro, and they win 28-27 on a field goal by whoever, Harkey or somebody.
All right, here we go. New England at Cincinnati.
This is the longest line of the weekend. Cincinnati is laying 8.5 points against the Jacoby Brissett led Patriots. Bengals by probably more than that.
Possibly no Jamar Chase as well, and I also have Cincinnati.
That is right. Yeah, Chase.
This one I have circled on the calendar. Houston
I think I know which one you're going.
at
Yep.
Indy. This has always been fun. The last two seasons.
We love division unders in this household.
Yes, we do.
You know what?
Richardson's back. Taylor's
think-
back.
I think Houston goes in there and wins, but I think Indianapolis is going to be fun this year.
I got Indy. They are good. When Richardson's there, they are electric.
You know, he started 17 games since high school ended.
Jesus. Really? All right, next. Jacksonville at Miami, the Florida Bowl.
This is going to be fun. I thought this was the game you were going to say you were circling. This
Yeah.
will be fun.
Hopefully, if
Yeah.
Trevor Lawrence puts it together, hopefully this is
Well,
fun.
we'll see. There's a chance for them to come out and show that he is for real. Who do you like here?
Give me Miami.
I think this is the game of the week in the earlier portion of the Sundays.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go. I don't like the fighting Tony Khan's this week. I'm gonna go Miami.
Miami. All right. Next one, Carolina at New Orleans.
The
Be a
Snooze
slot
Bowl.
fest. Yes.
Yeah, let's go. God, they both suck. Give me the Saints, I guess.
Give me Bryce Young getting it first W. Come on now.
Eh,
Of the season. Let's
can't
get
hate
it
it.
early on.
Friend of the show, Dave Canales, new head coach of the Panthers.
No relation to the other Canales.
That's why he's a friend.
Minnesota at New York. The G-Men.
I actually really like the Giants in this game.
Who's gonna
Although
cover
I do
Double
have
J?
Sam Darnold. Maybe Sam Darnold starts a playoff game for someone else.
Give me Minnesota.
Maybe it won't be Minnesota.
Hopefully he doesn't see Ghost.
Well, he is back on that MetLife turf, so that could be. I think this may be his first time playing on the MetLife field since he was let go by the Jets and the Ghosts.
I'll have to step out real quick. All right.
All right, I've always wanted to do this. And our esteemed co-host goes and gets food from the door. Now is a good time to remind you that this podcast is brought to you by absolutely nobody, but it could be you. If interested in sponsoring the podcast, please reach out to one of us. Please give us money. We would love it. So far in the early window and in the weekend window, we differ on the Philadelphia Green Bay game. I have the Eagles. He has the Packers. We differ on Arizona Buffalo. I have the Bills. He has the Cardinals. We differ on Tennessee Chicago. Joel has Tennessee. I have Chicago. We agree on Cincinnati. We agree on the Miami game. I have Houston beating Indianapolis on the road. Joel has Indianapolis beating Houston. We differ on Carolina, New Orleans. I have the Saints. He has the Panthers. And then we differ on Minnesota, New York, where I have the East Rutherford Giants, and he has the Minneapolis Vikings.
Yes.
I was just reminding the listeners that this is brought to you by nobody, but it could be you. Please reach out to one of us, give us money, and we'll happily do this.
Right. All right. The first late games of the season right here.
Yeah.
Raiders at Chargers. This one, baby. This could be it.
Yeah, this could be it for Harbaugh hot seat.
He just
I
got
think
there.
this isn't. I think this will be low scoring, but I like the LA Chargers.
Chargers at home.
I like that. I like the transplanted Ravens backfield of Gus Edwards and J.K. Dobbins to get the job done under Greg Roman. So they basically took the three most important pieces of the Ravens offense outside of Lamar, took them with them, and Harbaugh said, "Bring my khakis. Where's my visor? Somebody steal the signs, and somebody steal a win." Chargers -3 in that one.
Interesting. All right, next Denver at Seattle. Those is always.
I'm sorry. Who do you like in that game?
Oh, Chargers.
Okay, I thought you were gonna go Raiders.
I
By the way, do we
would,
like them
but
again?
I like them.
Yeah, I think I'm in. Who was the coach that got fired last year? We both hated. Oh, it was the dipshit from the Patriots, right?
Oh, McDaniels.
That's right. Yeah, that's why we hated them.
That
Cody
bozo.
Clemens, two-run double for Clemens.
All right, Denver at Seattle. 12th man.
Yeah, the
Does it
Russell
exist?
Wilson Bowl. Let's go. This is gonna be a tough start for Bo Nix. I think the Seahawks win, but I think Bo Nix is gonna be awful in this game. But I think he'll be fine overall.
Awful.
But this game, I hate this start for him. I hate this as a first game for him.
I'm the opposite.
You couldn't have handpicked a worse environment for him to play in.
I love it. Throw him in the line of fire. He's a check down poppy. Whoever's the tight end is going to be sending to the moon. Whoever the tight end is, he's just going to dump it off to the tight end. Give me Denver. In this one.
Was it Dulcich? I think is the guy's name.
Either it's Dulcich or somebody else. I think Dulcich is the passing tight end for sure.
Fun fact: Dulcich was the root of the commissioner of my dynasty league stepping down.
Jesus. What's this? Ooh, Dallas at Cleveland.
This is either the Nance Romo game or the Burkhardt Tom Brady game. Dallas at Cleveland is a fun one.
This one could be a toss up of the year.
I like this game for the Browns.
Official.
Remember I told you Dallas has no more than one win after week 5 or whatever it was?
Yeah.
I love Cleveland in this game.
Give me Dallas. Give me
Okay.
Dallas. See what happens.
Sacrilegious. This motherfucker. You pick, another M&M in the jar. You pick against the Eagles, and you pick the Cowboys week 1.
I'm trying something new this season. Let's see what happens.
Trying to manifest the opposite.
Right. All right, last one before Sunday Night Football. Because we've been waiting all day for Sunday Night Football.
Waited all summer for Sunday night.
Right. Washington at Tampa Bay. This should
This
be
is
fun.
the Rob Grable prediction bowl game. A couple years ago, I said that Brady and the Bucks would lose to Taylor Heineke and the Redskins or whatever they were. They were they didn't have a team yet, right? They were still the Washington football team.
Yeah, WFT.
I like the Bucks a lot this year. I think people are too down on them. I think they win this game. This will be a fun game though.
I don't know why
Washington's
they're
got
down
an
on them.
interesting team.
They're good.
Their over unders like 8.5. I don't understand that. They went to playoffs last year with what 10 wins,
Maybe 8-8.
whatever it was. They put up a fight against whoever they played in the second round too. I like Tampa in this game.
All right, this one. This is cinema happening in Detroit.
Oh,
Rams at Detroit. Matt Stafford back at it again.
Stafford's
Detroit.
wife, who was thrilled about cheating on him in college, refuses to travel to Detroit for this game. By the way, she and her kids will not be in attendance because they're gonna boo my husband. They're gonna boo her because she came out and was like bragging about cheating on him. So, I do think this is gonna be a little bit of a not a down year, but I think they'll take a step back. The Lions, but I believe they're good enough to carry a little bit of momentum from last year. However,
Oh,
I think this is where Stafford goes in there and beats him.
I have them as well. Rams beat.
I like the
big,
Rams.
Big.
Yeah, I think Stafford goes in there and beats his old team. Stick to him.
Now, the last one. Monday Night Football.
Oh, how apropos.
Is it take two for one Aaron Rodgers and the New York Jets heading out to San Francisco?
The Robert Saleh facing his former team bowl. And if I'm not mistaken, the same guy who was sagging Rodgers when he put his Achilles last year is now an edge rusher for the Niners. I think it was Leonard Floyd. I may have to circle back and see if that's correct. If I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure that the same guy that blew out Rodgers' Achilles last year is now on the Niners. So, seeing ghosts. This is gonna be a fun game.
This goes. Yes, it should be a fun game.
Provided Rodgers stays upright, I guess.
I doubt it. He's old.
Who do you have in this one?
San Francisco by a mile. But Trent Williams is signed. Ayuk is now happy. Debo, content for now. CMC, for the moment, healthy, hopefully.
Yeah. Well, he is listed as questionable, McCaffrey.
Purdy, looks like he's the real deal. No sophomore slump yet.
I don't know, man. That Jets defense. I can see Saleh going in there and beating his old team.
I
like
love
I think it's gonna be a step back for the Lions, the Chiefs, and the Niners this year. Why not? Rodgers gets his first win as a Jet.
Surviving.
Yeah, surviving. I think they win this game. I like the Jets in this game. I don't know what it is about them. I just I'm not all in on the Niners the way other people are.
All right. We're approaching the hour mark. We have the TTP, which is basically for those listening and watching. It's the Trust the Picks segment of the show where we pick 5 topics this year. It's a lock of the week, dog of the week, points, the total, right? Is that what I'm saying? Yeah, total. And then
It's
Survivor.
actually 5.
Yeah, 5. That's what I meant. And then Survivor. Right. So in Survivor, we basically pick a team to see if they survived into the next week, but we can't pick them again, and we go on to the next week till one of us loses. Yep. I think I was out by week 3 last year. Didn't go too far.
I didn't go a whole lot farther. So,
all right, you want to kick it off?
I will kick it off with my points.
All right.
I like Tennessee plus 3.5.
Ooh, plus 3?
3.5.
Plus 3.5. Gotcha.
I get the hook.
All right, Tennessee plus 3.5. Okay, give me the points for excuse me, Detroit Rams. Your audio? Hello? We going through something there? No way. Can't hear you. For some reason, I can't hear him. All right, let me see. I'll figure it out. Maybe the headphones are unplugged. Let me see. Um, 5-0 Phillies as we go into some technical difficulties here. What's this? Let me see. Let me.
It's Lions minus 4.5.
Oh, minus 4.5.
I don't know what happened there. I was plugged in and nothing. It's odd.
No, sir. I have Rams plus 4.5.
Okay, I had a feeling that is that's a Rams line in my opinion.
I'll take the dog. Give me the Panthers. Okay. I believe they're dogs in this one.
Oof. The Panthers are in fact dogs. If they weren't, that would be a problem. I think we both took a handful of dogs this week. My dog will be, although I don't remember who I picked for some of these games. Really? Give me the Jets.
The Jets, like that. I like that.
Yeah, look, if they, this is a big if, but if they stay healthy, they have a great defense and they have a great offense. The only question mark would be Rodgers' health and the coach. And I thought the coach, they won some games because of him. The games they lost last year were not his fault. Zach Wilson is horrendous.
But they'll put it on him.
It'll be his fault. I think this is a make or break year for Saleh, and I think he knows that. So I think this is a huge game. This is a big game for him going back to face the team that kind of made him famous when he was a DC for the Niners. So I think this is a big game for him. Primetime, he's finally got, like, at this point, there's no excuses if Rodgers stays healthy and Breece Hall and Garrett Wilson and you know, if all the big guys stay healthy, obviously, there's no excuses left. So they know this is a big year, and I think this is the right game for them to start it. Throw them into the fire. I don't want to see them play the you know, whatever, the Commanders week 1.
All right. Let me see. So it's your turn?
Oh, it is.
Let's see.
Do total next.
Total.
Let's go with
I'll try to pull it up myself.
said that very confidently for something that I don't know. Let's go under in Giants Vikings 41.5.
Give me that one more time. My fault.
Under 41.5 in Minnesota, New York.
The Giants, right? Yeah, obviously.
Yeah. Vikings at Giants.
All right, I just. What happened?
I was I have no confidence in either quarterback.
I mean,
even though I did say Darnold will start a playoff game.
Right. I have over 47.5 for the Cardinals Buffalo game. I think Cardinals will shock the world here.
I like that. I think a lot of people. I think the game a lot of people are looking at would be either Colts Texans or Jags Dolphins for an over, but those numbers are too high for me.
And those games are shootout games. I just kind of want to sit back and just enjoy.
Yeah. And I thought maybe the other one that I would have maybe gone with is Pats and Bengals under 40.5. But I think the Bengals can easily hang 35 on them.
Gotcha.
So I can see that being 35-10.
Next one
and
for
all that's
me,
left is lock and survivor.
The lock of the week. Give me the Commanders beating the Buccaneers on the road. Daniel's first win. Rookie. Let's get it.
My lock is going to be... I got the Bengals.
Ooh, Bengals. Funny enough, because for my Survivor team, I have the Bengals.
Okay. I'll go with. See, the weird thing is I like the Giants a lot.
Hmm.
This might be the only time all season you can pick them. I will go. Survivor team will be. Ooh. Let's go Seattle.
I like that. You are big on Seattle in that game. Oh,
I
Knicks
just
is gonna
don't
get
love
smacked.
rookie quarterback making his first start in Seattle. And I think the Seahawks have a lot of weapons. They have a fun defense. They have obviously a new head coach, but it's still an interesting team. Gino was good. I like Kenneth Walker. I like DK Metcalf. I like JSN. They have a lot of fun players on that team.
Not bad. I think we differed on 11 games. No, wait.
Which is
10,
wild.
9 games.
So
9
six.
games.
Wow, we only coincided on what, 7 then?
Yeah.
16 games. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Arizona Buffalo
Only
is probably the
one.
most craziest difference of all time.
Yeah, I understand the Washington Tampa one. I understand the Panthers Saints one.
Dallas,
You can go
Cleveland.
different ways on a lot of these.
All right.
There's a lot of games that are toss ups because we really don't have any precedent. We don't know what these teams look like,
All right.
and nobody plays in the preseason anymore. So
Right. That's just frustrating, especially when you go to these Eagles
yeah,
games. Full price tickets,
yeah,
parking full price, and you just see Jalen Hurts on the sidelines.
yeah. Concessions probably full price.
Oh, yeah, for
Bathroom
sure.
full line. Yeah.
Right. All right. It's 8:30 Eastern Time. Last segment of
Hey,
the
yeah.
show. Opening kickoff starts in mere minutes or 20 minutes. I think that's the delay you said, right?
10 minute. 8:40.
8:40, so we get 10 minutes away. Ravens at Chiefs. This is the rematch of, I believe, the AFC conference game. If not, the division.
They. I don't think they played in the playoffs last year, did they?
They did. They had to have. Come on now. Do I gotta search this up?
I don't
Let's see
remember.
this. I'm pretty sure they did. Ravens, Chiefs. What's it, 2022? 23. Duh.
Oh, you know what? It might have been. Yeah, it might have been.
Looks like it was, yes. It was,
Oh, there you go.
yeah, 17-10 Chiefs in the
Oof.
championship game. Yes, sir.
All right, put another M&M in the jar.
And that
So
was
I'm wrong yet
at
again.
Baltimore. That's right. It was at Baltimore. We were like, that's it.
Oh,
Mahomes
that's
is
right.
cooked.
That's right. I remember that game.
First road
Yeah.
playoff game, and he fucking came in there and won.
Well, yeah, he had multiple road games last playoff, didn't he?
I
He
think
had.
this is the first one, no?
Was it? I thought he had two.
Oh, maybe. We could be
Yeah, well,
offsetting here.
if you want to get technical, the Super Bowl against the Bucks was in the Bucks Stadium
Oh,
and they
come
got
on, bro.
trounced.
We're not doing the Super Bowl here. On the
Yeah.
road to the Super Bowl. He's always, technically, he's
Yeah.
always been the best team in the AFC, so you guys won't field.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure he's never played Wild Card Weekend. He's always had a bye.
Yeah, right.
I think. Yeah, they've always been either the 1 seed or the 2 seed.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't Thursday Amazon Prime Day? Or is it always like the opening kickoff is NBC?
I think NBC has the game tonight.
Yeah, they do, but I'm
Prime
saying.
starts next week. Yeah, you are right.
Mm,
Tonight is on. I believe tonight's NBC.
NBC
Yeah,
Peacock.
NBC. Next week, there are some. Yeah, Amazon's got the. Yeah, Thursdays are Amazon. Outside of week
Opening.
14 is Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving. That has to be some kind
Or
of one game in at least.
week 13 it's CBS, Fox, NBC. Amazon has the Black Friday game that weekend though.
Nah,
But yeah, Prime starts next week with is it Kirk Herbstreit again with Al Michaels?
yeah, that's the duo.
Okay, that sucks.
Fowler,
What if
come
Kirk's gonna
on
bring his
down.
dog?
I think
Yeah,
Fowler's
Fowler and
getting
Herbie.
prepped.
Who do
I
they
think
have this
Collingsworth's
weekend?
son's going to be the next guy.
Yeah. Didn't he get he got replaced as the Notre Dame guy for NBC.
Oh, Jesus. I don't know. Who is it?
Yeah, pretty sure he got replaced by Noah Eagle. While we have some time, I'll find you the Herb Street Fowler game for the weekend.
Oh,
I'm
buddy.
pretty sure they have the SEC now. So
Well, while you do that, I'll sum up this game. Chiefs looking to open the season with a W to begin their quest for the first ever three-peat. Can you believe that? Three-peat in the NFL. I think Kelsey retires if that happens, for sure.
yeah, he almost has to.
Lamar Jackson and Andrews are both healthy, starting in the game, and they got their new weapon at running back, Derrick Henry. Oh, boy. Oh,
Yeah.
boy. Now, Chiefs open
new,
up.
new.
What's up?
Sorry, I was New Monday Night Raw announcer Joe Tessitore has Miami at Florida this weekend.
Miami at Florida. I'm watching that.
That'll be fun.
Oh
That's
wait,
at
Saturday.
3:30 Saturday.
No,
You'll
I'll
be
be
on
at
time for
work.
that.
No, I'll be at work. I'm doing.
You're doing a double.
No, I'm working 4 hours on Saturday. Damn.
Okay.
Oh well. But yeah, Chiefs open up tonight at -3, over under 46.5 for the Chiefs and Ravens game. Who you got?
We got Tom Brenneman still just calling games again. The Chiefs and your audio cut out for a second.
Oh, Chiefs and Ravens -3, over under 46.5. Who do we got today? What's your prediction for the NFL kickoff?
So obviously Ravens cover. I think it goes under. I was told by a coworker that last year this officiating crew went under in both their primetime games.
Oof.
So I believe it's Sean Hockley is the head official tonight. So
You got the guns out?
It's Notre Dame, Texas A. Oh no, wait. Oh, that's this past weekend. Oh, we don't have the announcers this week for next week. Never mind. Pastor already did that game.
Jeez.
Yeah, like I said, I like Xavier Worthy to be a featured part of the offense for Kansas City. It's been a while since they had a real dynamic receiver like that. Tyreek Hill would be the last one. I think this is the year again. Kansas City slows down. There's so many games they've played the last couple of years. Nobody's played more football than them.
Yeah, so many miles for sure.
There's a lot of mileage on them. Mahomes has already been injured a few times. Kelsey's old. He's already slow.
He's in love.
Running back situation outside of Pacheco is not great. Defense, we'll see. Can they continue to pay 3-4 guys a ton of money and supplement the rest of the team with younger guys? Creed Humphrey just got a big deal, the center. I think the Ravens are going to want to avenge that loss from last year, and it's now or never for them. There's a lot of teams this year. If you want to run down the entire league, there's a couple now or nevers. I think the Jets are a now or never. I think the Ravens are a now or never. I think honestly the Eagles might be borderline. Dallas feels like now or never for McCarthy. So there are some. This is an interesting matchup tonight, and it seems like there's been a lot of party spoiling on opening night in all sports recently.
Right. I'll give you one to close out the show here. At all those that you mentioned, now or nevers, this year could be the start of the now or never for Justin Herbert in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
I'm done with him. Oh, and Trevor Lawrence. At some point,
Yeah.
cut the hair or get with it, man. Something's going on.
This is a big year for him. Gabriel Davis coming in, Evan Engram taking a step. We'll see. Travis Etienne, full year of him. Doug Peterson. At a certain point, I have to see it from Lawrence.
Right.
Herbert, I'm worried about him because I don't know who he's going to throw the ball to. I like Josh Palmer. I do like the running backs for what it's worth.
McConkey
and Palmer. Lad McConkey can't be your number one receiver.
Yeah, he's number 2. It's going to be Palmer, I believe.
Yeah, they have Palmer. I don't know if they still have Jalen Guyton. They still have Quentin Johnston. I don't love their situation. I do enjoy Harbaugh being back in the NFL. I do like Greg Roman a lot, obviously relative of the show. And I think that Herbert, arm talent-wise, you can put him up there with almost any QB in the league outside of Mahomes.
Right.
But at a certain point, you got to put it all together.
For sure.
And I don't think it'll be this year. I think they will be afforded, that honeymoon window. First year new coach, how often do you really take a big step that way? Like, it might take a year or two, but they have a really fascinating situation. The Jags, I think, are at a certain point. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me 4 times in a row, shame on me. And Trevor Lawrence just hasn't looked like what they told us he was going to be in the NFL. I think I told you last year, people talk about him like he's already become what he was supposed to be, and he still hasn't. I don't even know if he showed flashes.
He's regressed, man. I'm kind of over him. And to your point with the Harbaugh and Herbert, I think we'll see in the draft. If and when they pick a quarterback. If they pick an early quarterback, writing's on the wall for Justin Herbert. Because always the incoming head coach can always be like, that's not my guy. Great quarterback, but ain't my guy for what I'm trying to fit in this culture here. There might be a run-heavy offense, which would boost well for Herbert because he can do the play action.
Yeah, and he's agile.
And be healthy enough throughout the season. He doesn't have to throw 50,000 times. So, I mean,
it'll be interesting. This is a good first week for him. Home game, Raiders beat a team that kind of had some momentum last year. Let's see how it works out, how it shakes out. We got 2 minutes till kickoff, so we made it. We made it.
We made it, boys. All right, this has
Made
been
it.
episode 151 of the PA Turn Pod. The NFL kickoff is literally 2 minutes away. The live stream had its ups and downs, little bubbles, but that's what happens. Second week back into the fray of the podcast. Soundboard is questionable at the moment, but things are progressing here. Any last
I
word?
can't help. Yeah, I couldn't help but handicap in my brain what you ordered for dinner, so I'm going to try to guess it. I had sushi at minus 120,
No.
Chinese at plus 210,
I had that 2 days ago. Sushi yesterday.
pizza slash cheesesteak at plus 150.
This is like this is the Otani thing. Like I'm gonna give you like a hint and you might get it. It's a new place that you recommended, and I said fuck it, but it's cold at this point, so it's probably not great. You just had it recently.
Did you get Bubba Coos?
Said it.
Get the heck out of here. It heats up well.
I hope so. Custom.
I hope you enjoy it. What do we go with?
The custom burrito, steak, mango habanero sauce,
Okay, I've heard that's really good.
and the works inside, all the good stuff.
Yeah, my friend of mine, when I told him when I told my friends
Jalapeno.
I tried it, my one friend said the mango habanero is great. The jalapenos are a must.
Yeah. But yeah, that's what waiting for me downstairs. Hopefully, and then
Yeah.
in time for the NFL kickoff.
Yeah,
The
I
bets are
tried to
in.
get you out of here in time.
The bets are in too on the podcast.
Let's go.
PA.turnpod on Instagram. Hit the link. That's our socials, YouTube, Apple, Spotify, wherever you listen to. Thank you for listening and enjoy the NFL kickoff weekend. See you next week. Adios.